I would like to explain how eStudio showing. Typically we have a presenter's view like this, and then if you move mouse to show this one, it brings the big screen while they put the presenter in the side. So it's like you are doing presentation in the classroom. The students has to decide to see whether teacher or the presenter's face. So when you have presenter's face like this, when you see the students, the teacher's face become very big. For example, I have an example of the live lecture like this. So in the classroom, even the teacher is here, his face become very big here with the students and PowerPoint. Actually, this device is mStudio, not eStudio, by similar idea. So from here we provide you the PowerPoint. So let's go back to show our menu. So here we have a content input 1 to DVI. Actually this is from Pro version, which need more hardware input, but right now general eStudio version, have only live camera input, and you put the PowerPoint, you put the picture image there. So we have a 2 PowerPoint here. Any PowerPoint file you can load. Whenever you click, PowerPoint power up to show the screen. So to have this scene change, as I mentioned, there's 2 ways. One is you just move the mouse here, they will show. And if you don't move the mouse, for example, if I don't touch this mouse, and the eStudio thinking whether you really wants to show yourself, so they automatically bring. So as soon as you start talking, if you move here, they bring big screen there. Another way is if you click this one in the right button, so this direction, this one is a monitor full screen. So if you click this button, or if you click right button, see this right button, it makes full screen. Left button, it brings back. If you see here, the scene is changing like this way. This is the idea how you make a real-time control by pressing the button. And again, here we have a picture. If you show the picture, let's say this is picture. So this picture, if you rotate the wheel, for example, when this rotation bring this switching to other content, especially when you have PowerPoint. If you have a PowerPoint slide, so I can show this PowerPoint, and then if you make a wheel change from here, the rotation. So if you change the rotation, they make a PowerPoint slide change. So that way you can make a presentation in real time. So let's go back to scene and design. So right now you know how to control. When you do presentation, only mouse movement, and also content change, you make a rotation there. This is the way how you make a real time. By the way, we have the design to make a scene. So basically we are designing 2 scenes. So scene 1, scene 2 setup. So let's go back to scene 1, which is right now scene 1. So there is a 2 layer. We have a cursor this way, and then we have a background. See what the background scene is selected. Background is an image like this. So in the background, there is a foreground. Foreground is if you click the foreground, you see the foreground is here the number 11, and then if you go background, the number become 1. So in the coordinate, 11 is here, 1 is there, so background is much behind. What happens to actor? If you click the actor location, now 50. So actor is a 50, and then monitor, if you click the monitor in G direction is 97. So 97 here, 50 here, 11 here, 1 here, and then camera is showing this way. So and then the background, foreground, you see here, foreground we have this image. You see what happens if you make a alpha change, which is a transparency. If you make no transparency showing this image, whatever you show here, it will show in this screen. So we have this. So once you make the here we have alpha, so if you put the alpha like 50%, and then you see the background image is mixing. So basically 2 image mixing to make one image output. And then scene 2 you can do same way, but anyway when scene 2 change the whole scene, I mean the foreground, you move the foreground, I mean the you can change the foreground, or you can make a background image. So all this kind of combination make a small difference for the animation. When they have a scene change, you see the background is slightly moving to make more beautiful. Right now this Reo0 set showing 2 image mixing. In scene 1, 2 image location here, scene 2, 2 image location in there. So when they change the scene, they automatically remember the position, so the animation become more beautiful. In this set we don't use any video, so CPU power will be reduced. By the way, if you have a good graphic chipset, the playing video is not the problem. But anyway, when you have a low power GPU, low power CPU, the simplest way is just making background picture. You don't have to make all the animation the video there. This is the idea how we make a scene change, and also how we make a scene layout change. So if you look at the actor has a crop. You see the actor, I make this kind of cropping to have this scene mixing with the background, mixing with the monitor content. And then actor frame, if you go here, actor frame showing crop, which means we cut this part, cropping, putting frame to make a beautiful frame here to differentiate the scene there. After that we have a monitor, so the monitor content here, and then monitor position and scale, everything you can do. So here if you click right button, this one become flat. See if you have a right button and move, it will bend. So once you have bend, you can rotate slightly to have this one more immersively look. So you can put this way, size change, whatever you can do for this scene. Let's go to scene 2. So in the scene 2, mostly designed for audience to watch presenting material. So the scene 2 monitor, you can position here, something like this. After that, in the monitor frame also, you can change the color depending on what you frame here. So this one is a huge change. So you see the color is changing there. And here is the border thickness. You can go thicker, smaller here. And frame here, make a transparency of the frame. So that way we are trying to do our best to make a beautiful layout between presenter, presenting material, and background to make a beautiful mixing. By the way, this is a full 3D engine, so you can make a rotation of the monitor. For example, you can do this way, depending on how you want to make a bending, more bending here, you can rotate and so on. This is the idea how you make a scene. Even this is 2 scenes only. This make yourself very big. Sometimes the presenting material become big. Sometimes presenting material very big. So that's the fundamental set design I'm trying to show you. Now the input, all the other input version is a pro version, which you need another card and system. But right now from your notebook, you don't have to have many connections there. So once more, when you right now, if you click here, you can see actor. I mean the presenter only. So to show this way, you have to always press this part. This part doesn't make automatic. We are not emphasize you to show your environment. Otherwise, the video is not so beautiful. So once you move the mouse, it will automatically going. To set this one, you just click this one. So if you go click there, I will show how this one working. So I can bring this screen. You see the if you double click this part, you can make for example this kind of scene coming out. So for example in this setup, which happening by pressing the setup button, let's say let's make full screen here to show more bigger screen here. So here we have audio setup. So microphone here is here. There is a speaker output recording. This is a recording part. So when you have this part here, the microphone, you select here to show which microphone you are using. If you click here, you will see all the list. Now we have a Steinberg audio input device, USB things, and then the speaker part also you have a list. Whatever the speaker, the speaker here, it can be recorded. But now I'm using the Steinberg, which has a loop back. So all the speaker output they capture. So I don't have to make this one there. By the way, here you see what I have here is, for example, the output format. Now we have 1080p 60 frame per second, because this is most high quality video. But you can select smaller size to save the power of your CPU. Even you can go 4K HD 720p, whatever you can select. An important thing is here, this part, when you have a mouse over, if you have a mouse cursor, immediately, without waiting too much time, if you put here 10 seconds later they move. But now 0 means I hope to move to scene 2 very quickly. And from scene 2 to scene 1, if there is a 9-second delay, they go back. So this is how you set up this automatic one. So print window, or this part is when you have a screen capture. Right now I just make a capture from the one monitor. But if you make application capture like a Skype or PowerPoint itself, you can click here to make such application. But here, print windows means whatever the window application we can capture. But sometimes capturing this application window doesn't work, then you have to click this one to have a different mode. This is the idea how we put this. Another important thing is here we have a second, which means the transition time depending on what you typed here. So 4 second transition happening and so on. So when you have transition 1, 2, 3, 4, they make this. And then if you move here, if they detect if the mouse is moved, and then they start moving like 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. That way we make everything. So another thing I want to bring here is, for example, let's go back to eStudio menu. Once again, to have this movement automatically move, the mouse move, they detect and change. The other thing is, if you click right button, for example, if you have a right button, it goes to here. Left button, it goes here. Another left button going here. But it cannot go here by the mouse button. If you really want to show your camera, you have to press this machine to show this way. But you see, this is a little bit not so beautiful, so we always make this kind of mixing screen, which enable you to make a professional video editing environment. Another thing here, once you have a many video or picture, whatever you can draw. For example, this is picture. But if you rotate the wheel like this, they will change the image of next one or previous one, just changing here. Of course, if you go to PowerPoint slide coming here, same as PowerPoint also, if you rotate, next page is coming out there. So basically eStudio, as I mentioned, has several parts of important function. The first one is we have tools for you to design. The next 6 or 7 examples show you how you make several different way of design. The second one is we have AR scene setting, which means the transition time, the camera angle. Whenever you have a studio, you can make a bigger, smaller size, and that makes AR scene setting. So number 3 is we have a whiteboard where you can draw, change, erase. So whiteboard, when you draw, and then you can change color, and then you can make a different color and you can erase. The drawing means left click and drawing, but erasing means while you are drawing, if you click right button, it erases. So that way you can make a very easily to have this one. So once again, for drawing, you make a left button click and drag, and then while you are dragging, you press this one, click, the erase. This is the way how you make a pointer and drawing and erase. So when you do live presentation, very simple idea. You just bring PowerPoint and then load. After that, you make a wheel rotation. You can do everything. If you have any animation from your PowerPoint, we have a PowerPoint preview. So there you can control everything. It's like you do PowerPoint operation. But basically in this virtual monitor, I call this is a virtual electric whiteboard, which is our pattern part, how we make a presentation nicely. Even we have a simple environment here. So the idea, once you have camera like I have, when you do presentation, biggest problem is how you use electric whiteboard. It's like you have a classroom where they have a blackboard, whiteboard, projector screen where you want to show your presenting material, and there you can draw. So when you're drawing on your PowerPoint, we call this is electric whiteboard. So you have a projector with a drawing or a TV screen, there you can draw. Same way I use this kind of electric whiteboard where I can draw and then erase. That's why I call this is a virtual electric whiteboard. So different from the normal classroom electric whiteboard, we have the virtual electric whiteboard, which is showing presenter big and a virtual monitor big, something like that. As students doing switching in the classroom, they watch the teacher, they watch the presenting material. But in this smart classroom where we show eStudio output there, they need to see bigger teacher and smaller or bigger projector screen. So once you put that output to the big projector screen, what does it mean? The projector screen is showing you the class. Same time, same video going recording, and also same video going to a smart device in the world. Thanks to the 5G era, 4G, Skype, Zoom, or YouTube video or Facebook video, we have a seamlessly integrated there. What you have to do for this Skype video or Facebook, very simple. You just go to Skype and then select the camera time recorder. Same way, if you have a Chrome for Facebook, let me show you how Chrome is showing there. eStudio is basically software. So I can bring my Facebook on the screen to show this one. I want to make the monitor capture. So in this here, you see there is a desktop. So in that case, if you make a desktop double click, they will show the menu like this. So I can show the desktop. So in this screen, if you double click, what I show you is if you double click this desktop and Windows, it shows this menu. So I just make a desktop 1 to show this one on here. So in the desktop 1, I just make let's say the Chrome here. This is the Chrome, and there we can make a Facebook loading here. So if you have a Facebook, so Facebook coming out. So all the Facebook, YouTube now supporting real time. Here you see there is a, let me make a big one, live video. So if you click live video here, and then live video brings you their live broadcasting environment. And then you see here they show my camera here, and then I can go here to select the right camera here. So once you click here, you will see there is a time recorder. This is the output for eStudio. So if you click this one, time recorder, see what happens. If you click this one, it will show, I'm sorry, I didn't, yeah, time recorder, and then go back to time the video. So the eStudio output directly going here. So let me show you the PowerPoint here. So once you have PowerPoint, eStudio is showing like this, and then again this one going to Facebook. So what Facebook showing here is this. So you see the eStudio output in real time. That's why they make they upload to Facebook. So once you go here, go live, then you go directly. Only thing you have to carefully is select the microphone to have a right audio. Then you have a video there. So click go live, then you have a live Facebook. Same way you do for Skype, you do for YouTube. Everything is seamlessly straightforward. I hope you enjoy my presentation, how you make a beautiful video without any editing. You make a very beautiful presentation video. So let me have a short video for the eStudio. So as like I did, you just make a eStudio PowerPoint loading and then it pops you. So the eStudio turns your PC into presentation station. I mean presentation broadcast station, because you can connect this one to YouTube, to Facebook, or whatever, any your LMS video server you can directly connect from eStudio. So next slide showing that I'm doing this presentation. I make a YouTube link. You can see my YouTube video anytime from there. If you click here, actually this picture has a link for YouTube. So if I click this one, it will pop up the YouTube video. So it will show like this.
Hi,
so
we
I
are
can bring this one to the screen.
One small exhibition in Singapore.
So this is the video from YouTube, because my PowerPoint has the
I
link.
believe
if you click, it will show like this. So you see
it's really
my eStudio presentation. So let me stop this one and go back to PowerPoint, see what happens in the PowerPoint. So this is PowerPoint I show you, and it makes it beautiful. Even you use any video editing software, I cannot guarantee you to make such a beautiful video presentation by using any existing video editing tools. So eStudio has 4 major functions. So we provide you how you design nice studio. We provide you at every studio you can make a scene setting, a bigger actor, smaller actor, just 2 scenes, but it's mostly more than enough for your presentation. Third one, we provide a whiteboard where you can draw and change. And first one is you don't have to worry about the presentation, because all presentation very easily just using mouse or clicking simply. Mouse is the only tools for you to use for managing everything, content change, scene change. That's the way how you make a live presentation to Smart World, Facebook, YouTube, whatever there. So that's why we were emphasizing eStudio doesn't need chroma key, so you don't have to worry about the chroma key environment. Also you can make a very beautiful studio very easy. And we have electric whiteboard, because every classroom, every teacher wants to have any whiteboard or blackboard to draw to show your presenting material. So automatic scene change makes everybody can make a beautiful presentation by themselves. That's the idea how we are providing these tools. There are many advantages, but all the live presentation using YouTube or Skype or Hangout or Ustream, whatever you can make a live there. Interactive function is possible, because the Skype you bring your presentation to his mobile phone, while his camera will bring you his video on your another screen. So that's the idea how we make a eStudio. There are many function features I'm explaining, but I believe you will see this one there. Especially this one of the presentation with my friend in Brazil. So Skype connection, we can capture Skype output to this screen, so we can broadcast to show what we are discussing together. Of course you can make a PowerPoint, whatever showing, so that way you can go any presentation to everywhere in the world. So that's why once you put your notebook, of course we recommend you to have a little bit gaming function like 1060 NVIDIA. I believe they will make RTX version soon. So every presentation from anywhere, even you travel in airplane, even you travel in any place, you can do conference and presentation, do your live lecture from your car to the classroom. That's why we emphasize this is the eStudio. Of course, if you have iStudio, which has a much professional function, you can make a remote presentation, which can make a live lecture replacement. What I'm emphasizing is showing this way of presentation can be better teaching than showing teaching in the classroom. So this is a real-time classroom lecture function. So we put one camera for presenter, one camera for students. Sometimes you show students there, sometimes you show PowerPoint. Actually, this scene is not using eStudio. This is the mStudio version because we want to show all their things more professionally. But anyway, eStudio, you can imagine how you can do presentation from the classroom. And then imagine this one going Skype. Imagine this one going Facebook or YouTube. So other classroom exactly can watch same the eStudio output as you show in your classroom. That's the real definition how we make a tele presentation, tele classroom there. So eStudio MS, we can make it simply, we put the TV output there and you do presentation from your notebook. That's the eStudio micro station, broadcast station. So that's the idea I'm trying to bring. eStudio machine on your notebook can make your place to be presentation station. You can do every presentation to everywhere, and once you record this presentation, this video will stay forever. Without any editing, you can make a very high quality video, presentation video there. Thank you very much for watching my video. Next slide for the eStudio will explain how you make a beautiful decoration, how you make a scene change. Thank you very much.